There's a hole here, a window between the students graduating and being able to receive services as adults.
I've been teaching work experience for a number of years. The students were learning the material and being able to demonstrate that they knew the material, but we're having a hard time putting that into practice.
They are usually missing some of the social skills as well as some of the background knowledge of how to develop a proper resume, and even the scariness of trying to enter that interview process in the first place.
Wouldn't it be great if someday we could do a transition program for a school district? I had Administrator Mike Bond come in my office one day, and he says, if we could just find some of these students, if we just get them a job and get them working before they graduate, they will be very much more successful than as if they're unemployed at the time they graduate. And I said, well, yes, Mike, you're right. Well, what are we going to do about it?
Teachers have a schedule that requires them to be at school. In order for a student to be successful, they needed somebody to also be able to follow them into the community. And that Vodec had that ability to do that. They're part of the community. They also had a number of resources already set up and other connections that were set up. So we weren't starting from scratch.
They came to us and asked us if we could help them out and create this program, house it at Vodec, but it actually is under the umbrella of the schools.
We came in contact with Vodec originally, it's about 7 years ago, when we had a group of 7 parents whose children were going to graduate that year. And there was nowhere to have them go to that seemed appropriate for their skills. And so we reached out to agencies around the Omaha area to see if there was anybody who would be willing to start up a program. And Vodec came through with that challenge.
Everything works together real smoothly. The students are very excited to come down here.
You got to have both.
It's also a program that they hear about in the school, look forward to going to, and students that come here are very, very excited about being in the program.
It has just been a wonderful relationship with Vodec. The kids really enjoy Darren, and we enjoy having him come in, and just the relationship that we have built. They have a lot of respect for him, and I think have gained valuable life skills.
Darren has been fabulous to work with. He brings an element of happiness every time he presents. He's very well prepared. He has developed PowerPoint presentations that are capturing to the students and staff alike, and he's willing to entertain different questions and work around schedules. He's just been phenomenal to work with.
The relationship with Vodec was really good because they were so willing to do whatever was necessary to meet the needs of the students who were graduating from our program.
We are preparing them for the day after graduation. It is a step beyond high school, and the things that we focus on are, I call them survival skills.
Students have learned how to interview for jobs, how to dress for success, how to fill out job applications. It has covered so many of the skills that are necessary in this day and age for students to seek employability.
We developed a program to where we have our job coaches in the classroom every day working with the students in their work-related classes. And they go out and they find jobs.
I think having people from the outside reinforce what we're doing in the classroom is critical.
I think it has helped the students a lot because it, first of all, is a different person coming in rather than their teacher telling them what to learn, but also it gives them some real-life application of the skills that we work on here. It challenges them to problem solve and apply them into the real world.
Having people from the outside who come in and give instruction and really share, in particular, how you share your experience as a manager at fast food restaurants and as working with students in the real workplace. I think that they hold whatever you say as very valid because they know you've been there.
It's a very valuable program, ATP, the skills that they teach that allows them to transition into that adult world or into the work world even. I think it's endless what we can do for students, because what we're doing, I believe, in collaboration with our students in Vodec is not just providing a service. We're showing them things that they can do on their own so that they can turn around and help themselves, so that they can become as independent as possible.
The more we can build upon teaching the kids those skills that they will need to be successful interpersonally, so that they can maintain employment and be contributing members of our society.
And I think that's what SEEK teaches. I think that's what ATP teaches. I think that's what CARES program teaches, is that these are all students that are part of our community. And they have a lot to give to our community.
This SEEK program definitely helps break the ice in that and gets their foot in the door, and it shows them how to start, whether the SEEK program helps to place them into a job or whether it gives them the confidence to go on their own.
I had a parent the other day come up to me and said, I cannot believe how much my child has changed over the last 3 years and how wonderful it is to see her becoming that adult and becoming more independent.
As a young man who, when he first came to class, wasn't very excited to even be in the class, wanted to sleep, didn't want to be involved, things like that. As the year and the first semester evolved, he became very, very excited about the material, hearing that he could use that right away. That student has turned out to be an excellent worker. In fact, he has a couple of jobs now that are full-time jobs.
We're constantly focusing on when's the student going to graduate, what are they going to need post-graduation. We've had students that have exited out of the transition program and they go into post-secondary education, community colleges. And that's just, when that happened, it really just brought a tear to all of our eyes to think that we could help a family reach that dream.
That's what it's all about. Not just to give them things, because that runs out. If we do our job right, which I know we're doing right because I see it happening, they're gaining those skills that's going to cause them to be as independent as possible.
Having Vodec and a program within Vodec that helps to bridge that gap for these students is a real plus for our system.
They have not ever once said, no, our agency doesn't do that. They've been willing to always say, hey, let's think about it. Let's see where we can go. What can we plan? How can we develop that?
These are great individuals to work with who have an interesting perspective to share, and it's an opportunity for our students to learn and for the presenters to learn. It's really just a wonderful experience for everyone.
They are looking out for the benefit of the students also. They want to see them succeed.